to be talking about how to wean a baby from nursing, specifically how to get your 1-year-old to stop breastfeeding. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tiffany Day. I'm a stay-at-home mama to 2, and I have been breastfeeding for almost 4 years straight. So I will be using the same gentle breastfeeding tips that I use with my daughter to start to wean my son away from breastfeeding. So this is what we're gonna be going over today, and I find it works best when it comes to both of our mental health, so there's less crying from both baby and mama. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is assess where baby is at on the breastfeeding journey. So by doing this, I use a don't offer, don't refuse approach, or also known as out of sight, out of mind. So with this, I basically do not offer breastfeeding as a first option. For both of my kids, breastfed on demand. And when you do that, a lot of times mama is offering the breast more than we realize we are. So if we stop offering the breast to baby, you'll be surprised at how little baby actually asks to breastfeed, especially at 12 months. At 12 months, usually they start to eat solids, and solid foods become a first, while breastfeeding becomes a secondary option for nutrients. And they don't necessarily need breast milk, although extended breastfeeding does have benefits. I will be going over that in a later video, so if you are not ready to wean yet, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss those extended breastfeeding tips as well. All right, so after you assess the baby where they're at and you're making sure you're not offering and not refusing the breast, you wanna move on to step number 2, and that's to have a good routine in place. So we're going to drop all of those random on-demand nursing sessions, and you're going to schedule nursing sessions into your day. So if you want to nurse 3 times a day, you can probably do like a 7 a.m., a 2 p.m., and then a 7 p.m. So this way baby knows and it gets used to, okay, I only nurse 3 times a day. These are the times, and then they can kind of get on a schedule. The reason why you want to put baby on a good schedule like that is because of tip number 3, which is to eliminate the breastfeeding sessions one by one. So for me and my babies, I found that night feedings were the worst to try to drop. So I actually started in the middle of the day. So we would go about our day, we had our scheduled breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I had my scheduled nursing sessions as well. So I usually do 4 nursing sessions throughout the day. I do like a 10 a.m. one as well. So like we first wake up at 7, and then I'll nurse again at 10, and then again at 2, and then again at 7. So I found that starting at 2 p.m. was the best way to go, and then I dropped my 10 a.m. one, and then I dropped my 7 a.m. one, and then I dropped my 7 p.m. one, which is our night nursing session. And then usually at this time, I made sure we were not doing any type of overnight nursing sessions. If baby was thirsty throughout the night, you could do like a sippy cup or a bottle of water. Make sure there's nothing else but water in there, and you can give that to them. Don't just hand it to them though. Make sure you are assisting at night for nursing sessions. Okay, so when you are eliminating each nursing session one at a time, you want to move on to tip number 4, and that is to replace that nursing session with a distraction or an alternate soothing. So for me, I nurse my baby to sleep. I'm a co-sleeping mom. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's what worked for best for me and my family. Whatever works for you works for you. That's how I parent. But I found that I could not just drop that session without doing some type of replacement or distraction. So that's one of the reasons why it was really easy to start in the middle of the day, because it's so easy to distract a baby during the day. You can either replace, like for me, my 2 p.m. one was right after he woke up from his midday nap. I would usually do a nursing session. So when I was ready to stop and eliminate that nursing session, I replaced that post-nap nursing session with a post-nap snack. So he would get like a small snack like goldfish or Cheez-Its or whatever, like something favorite of. You could do fruit snacks if they're old enough to chew on fruit snacks. So whatever you needed to do to replace that nursing session. Also offer water, and again, if you feel like baby still needs breast milk, this is a time where you would pump and offer them breast milk in a sippy cup or in a bottle rather than sucking from the breast. The thing is, you want to get rid of that sensation of nursing, because that's the comfort. So you can still offer breast milk, just offer it in an alternative through a sippy cup or a bottle, whichever works best for you. All right, and tip number 5 isn't an extra tip, but it's an alternative to tip number 3, which is eliminating 1 nursing session at a time. And that's just to shorten the length that the nursing session is. So I found this to be best when it came to night nursing, because that was the hardest for us. So during the day, I was able to stop those nursing sessions cold turkey. I could just like replace my 2 p.m. nursing session with a snack, baby was good. When I tried to do that at night, baby freaked out. So I found that slowly eliminating it by reducing the time that we spent nursing was the best approach to go. So for me personally, what worked best is I set a timer for the length of time that we normally nursed, which was usually 20 minutes. So I would nurse baby for 20 minutes. and then every 2 to 3 days I would reduce that timer by 5 minutes. And I set an actual timer that would go off to signal to baby that, okay, time's up. So this way it kind of gets used to when the timer goes off, I stop nursing, and it becomes easier for them to reference the 2, and there's less crying when that happens because they can prepare themselves that the alarm went off. And usually by like day 5, I noticed that the alarm would go off and baby would pull away, and that's how I knew it was working. So make sure you're setting an actual alarm that you and baby can go off of. Let me know in the comments below if there's any of those tips you're having issues on or that you need me to elaborate on. Also, if you find that you're having any other issues when it comes to your weaning journey, let me know and I'd love to make a video on that for you. I will be posting these extended breastfeeding tips videos along with these weaning tips videos every single month. So if that's something you're looking for, make sure to hit that red subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share with another mama friend so she can keep her sanity and there's less crying when it comes to weaning your baby. But as always, guys, I love you and I will see you in the next one.